I don't know. I don't
From
know.
the-
I hate
from the
this.
12th
50
floor.
minus 12, 38. 38 is now the sign. 38, 8, eat is now the sign. Popcorn, who eats popcorn? Movies, movie is now the sign.
All right, welcome back to Nanodosing. My name is Arian Foster. We got Big T, Maddie, Mac. I think PFT went back to Mordor. Back in his search for the ring of all rings.
Did he ever tell us where he was going today?
Nah, he didn't tell me. I just assume he's resuming Hobbit activities.
I think maybe golfing because those Bob Does Sports guys are here.
Could
But
be.
Bob Does
I don't know.
Sports. I fuck with them.
Yeah, they're here.
Oh, that must set what's up, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I fuck with them. Them cats is funny as hell, man.
You know,
But,
Bob, the main guy, he had like a thing with Jerry before either of them were like big.
you mean like they have funk?
Like a show. No, they're like friends. They had a show together.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Why they split up?
Was that part of the thing with the guy that Jerry hates? What was his name?
From Entourage?
Yeah.
It was. Their podcast was under that, I think. And then when they left, he didn't get his money or something. But I don't think it was anything bad. I think they just like left. to do
Yeah,
their thing.
they like each other.
I like Bob's the main guy, right?
Mhm.
I like his food reviews that he does in his car.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really know about him.
Yeah,
Is his bagel and acai bowl reviews.
He funny as hell. I like the golf video. There's a few cats I be following on YouTube. Bob Does Sports is one of them. Good folk. Who the big dude? What's the big dude name?
Fat Perez.
Fat Perez, which is a wild name to have, man. But he really nice too. He like almost scratch, I think, or maybe he is scratch. I don't know. He's super nice at golf. So yeah, shout out to PFT for missing the pod for golf, man. Wish we could all
Not
be like you, man.
confirmed. I just guessed.
Nah, let's say that's what's happening. Fuck him. But yeah, first and foremost, man, let's just get it out of the way, man. Let's just get it out of the way. Big T.
Yeah.
Let's just get it out of the way, man.
Why does that have to be first and foremost?
Because I don't want it looming. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it looming.
I don't think
I want you-
nothing's looming.
I want you to. I just want you to air it out, dog. I want you to air it because I was actually like super lit. Like I said, I got family in town. I was enjoying my weekend, and then my mom's like, "Are you watching the Tennessee game?" I'm like, "Nah." So I go into the room, and I was like, "God damn, what has happened?
It was not good.
happened?" So give me a. I didn't even watch the game. I watched like the last like 2 minutes, I think. So what happened, bro? How you feeling? Damn.
Very quickly, I'll go top to bottom of the list of issues. Number one, the offensive line is horrific, and Glenn Ellerbe is potentially the worst position coach in America, and we have very little hope of getting rid of him because he's best friends with Josh Heupel. Number two, Nico. So here's the problem. He can make every throw, like put it on a dime exactly where you want it. Don't know that he can read the field. Don't know how well he can go through progressions. Doesn't seem very keen on standing in the pocket, stepping up, and delivering the football. All things you want your quarterback to be able to do in most situations. The offensive play calling seems very suspect, which I would guess is maybe a byproduct of the fact that they maybe don't trust Nico as much as they should, or you would hope that they would be able to. Defense is awesome. The receivers aren't. I mean, they're not being asked to do a ton right now, but they haven't been awesome. It was a whole thing. I'm not even. The loss doesn't really bother me. We get 2 mulligans. Ideally, we were saving them for Bama and Georgia, but you used one. Now you got to win one of those games. It is what it is. It's just the way we looked. Like even if we had won, we looked terrible. So
Just like as it like I mean team morale or just like energy wise?
They very much looked like a team that was reading their own press clippings and thought that they were going to go out there and take care of Arkansas. A team that we never beat, by the way. Never beat them. Every time we play them, they win. And I guess they thought we were going to go out there and just roll the ball out there and take care of them, and they got their ass handed to them.
That's the beautiful thing about college football, though, man. College football it's you just never know. You know, it's just football in general. You just never know, man.
Talk
You
about
just
never
know.
knowing. And I never thought I'd say this. Thank goodness for Vanderbilt. I mean, if it weren't for them, we'd have been the number one story on every channel.
That's actually so. It was an upset weekend. Bama. I didn't watch no college football this week. Neither did I picked a horrible weekend to not watch football. But Bama got their ass. What's going on with Vandy? Because they beat somebody like in the first couple games.
They beat Virginia Tech. They're a very weird team because they lost to Georgia State, but they've beaten Alabama, Virginia Tech, and should have beaten Missouri on the road, who is fraudulent and sucks. But like that would have been a top 10 win on the road. They could very easily be ranked right now, and they're a problem. Even before we lost, I was like, Vandy is an issue. Their quarterback is a transfer from New Mexico State. He's very good.
Man, I love to see Vandy doing well, just because like I got a whole bunch of homeboys from Nashville who like by proxy, or you know, you can't really bang for Vandy, but like that's where they from, Nashville. You know what I mean? So I got a whole bunch of homies from Nashville that are like, hey yo, Vandy, I love it.
They carried the goalpost from campus to the Cumberland River, which is like 3 miles. Down Broadway.
It's a long ass walk with a fucking goalpost.
Oh yeah. Imagine being a bachelorette party on Broadway that saw just 1,000 20-year-olds parading through the street with a goalpost.
What are the laws on that? Do they exempt?
I mean, I can't imagine, you know. What are you going to do? I'm sure it's probably illegal.
You arrest these criminals, Big T. Here's what the fuck you do.
You're not going to get an argument from me. Go get them. I don't care.
These criminals off the street, Big T, vandalizing property. We gotta get them.
They did kind of steal our thing of throwing it in the river. Went very much out of their way to do that as well.
I mean, they don't have much to celebrate in Vandy, so you just got to give it to them, dog.
No, and when you tear it down, I mean, what do? You got to take it somewhere.
Yeah, who leads that charge on
goalpost
carrying? Like, is there one guy like to the? I don't know what they say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just start walking out of the stadium and figure out where you're going. Broadway was a must.
To the river.
And then once you get to Broadway, you're right there at the river, so you may as well.
Might as well, yeah. That shit kind of shit, because like, how much does it cost to replace a field goal post? I imagine it's pretty expensive. I would say no less than 10 racks.
Oh, way more than that. I'd bet it's
more than 10?
I'd bet it's 50.
Maddie, can we get a fact check on that?
I was already typing. It says between 10 and 20 grand.
Okay.
Cheaper than I would have thought.
But the SEC also fines every school $100,000 for field storming.
Yeah, but nobody, they don't care. I mean, if you're Vanderbilt and you beat Alabama, you would pay that 1,000 times over.
Talking about the SEC fines the school for field storming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which doesn't feel fair because the school didn't do it.
Old people on committees need to die. All of them.
And it increases every time you do it. I think when we did it against Alabama, it was $250 because they had stormed the court for a basketball game in like 2012.
Jeez.
If you there needs to be an age limit on any committee in any industry of any kind.
Wipe the committees. Wipe the committees clean.
Yeah. Over 50, I say 55. I feel like you could be hip in 54. You know? And when you hit 55, I think
60,
you still be hip.
60. In your 50s, you're still, I mean,
I agree.
That's the decade of wisdom. You've had a lot of life experience, but you're still not old.
I could be talked into 60. Yeah, I could be talking to 60. But it's just there's nothing good that these motherfuckers oversee. Like they purvey over the dumbest shit. Like every committee gets rid of fun shit. And then eventually over time, it evolves into like what it's supposed to be. Like I remember when I was playing, I used to get fined for my pants being too low. so I had to cover the knee. And I'm like, dog, it's so restrictive. I could be faster and a more agile athlete if it didn't cover the knee, but they didn't care. And then now you look out and look what happens. Everybody got their shit short, right? The whole league, college, everywhere. It's just all these rules need to die. All of them.
Guys barely wear thigh pads anymore, much less knee pads.
You don't need to. They should be optional, bro. You play football and you're going to get hurt. And if you feel like a pad can protect you, like not everybody wears a visor. Not everybody wears a, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I'm very libertarian when it comes to this. Yo, if you don't think you need thigh pads or knee pads, don't wear them. Who cares? Get your shit.
I
You're
agree.
not protecting anybody. We out here banging, getting CTE. We don't give a fuck about nobody thigh. Shut up. Fucking, don't make me mad. And anyway, man. What else happened in the landscape of college football? Did anything I missed? Anything else I missed?
I mean, Missouri, there were, I think, 5 of the top 11 lost. So the good news is,
Oh my God.
and it should have been 6. Miami, the refs cheated to help them win. The good news
is, I
is,
did see the end of that game.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
Michael Irvin was in a
Yo.
He was watching the game doggy style.
yeah
Hey, yo.
crippling positions.
That shit came across my timeline. Look, I know Mike. That's my dog. But what the fuck is you doing, man? What is that, man? Like, it looked like, and like I said, it's my dog. But that looked like drugs, bro. You are on all fours barking at a collegiate sporting event. Why are you doing this?
Let he among us who's without sin cast the first stone. He was into the ball game.
I'm casting the first stone. I've never watched the game on all fours, bro. That shit's wild. It's a wild visual.
I don't know if I've been in that position. I've been on the floor before.
I'm okay with you being on the floor, but my man was sitting there
Yeah.
barking. That's just crazy work. And he's like, he'd be known for getting like extremely energetic when it comes to Miami football, man.
He loves it.
Extremely. Yeah, I guess I can't knock a man's passion. So
Went out to Berkeley.
Just the image of like a Hall of Famer watching a game doggy style is wild to me. It's crazy.
But yeah, they should have lost. But the good news is there's only 2 really good teams, and everybody else is somewhere in the level below that. So if you can figure out a way to be one of the best mid teams, you'll be all right.
Who the 2 good teams? Ohio
Texas
State?
and Ohio State.
Texas and Ohio State.
Those 2 are clear and above everybody else.
Has Archie Manning took over the helm? Is he?
Well,
now
they're
the quarterback?
waiting for Ewers to get back healthy. Ewers will play when he's healthy again. But
Okay.
he's playing for them right now.
Is he playing well?
Yeah, he's solid.
But he's not like.
He hasn't lit it up or anything, but
I'm saying,
they
is
haven't
it-
really
is
they
the-
haven't
is the
played
hype?
anybody. They're playing Oklahoma this week, who isn't very good, but they're ranked. And I don't know if Ewers is going to be back for that or not. But
But yours is the better because I haven't watched either one play honestly. But yours is the better quarterback.
I don't know now. Ask me in 3 weeks.
Yeah, see that's the thing though, man. Is there isn't a more liked human being on earth than your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Every time. Good luck withstanding that pressure of a Manning too. That's tough, dog. What did he hurt? Yours.
Ribs or abdomen or something like that. Something in the
they're around the same
midsection.
place. Yeah, I feel that. Well, damn, dog. How about in the NFL? Anything happened in the NFL of note? I know I'm fucking 0-4 in my fantasy, and I'm about to just throw my fucking phone away. Like this shit is ridiculous.
It was
0-4.
the longest day of football, at least since the merger, but potentially in NFL history.
Why is that?
Wait, are you serious?
Well, yeah, because
of the
there
game.
was the game in London that started at 9:30 a.m. and then Sunday Night Football got delayed till 9:45, so it didn't end till 1 in the morning. So it was like 15 hours or something, and it was the longest day of football maybe ever.
And you like that, right?
I mean, I'm not. I don't particularly care, but I'm sure for some people that was awesome.
Okay. So do you watch the NFL? Or is it like if it's on?
Yeah, not nearly as I don't care as much as I do about college, but it's on. Falcons didn't play yesterday, so I was only watching from a gambling and like just to have something on perspective.
That's kind of lit. That's kind of lit.
There was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about in regards to college football, and it has nothing to do with football really. There's an epidemic currently of players simulating gunplay after making a good play. And it's
I saw that dude. He went, yeah.
bro. It's because it's so there was the guy you're talking about, Dylan Stewart, South Carolina, who's a fucking monster. By the way, he's a true freshman, and he's going to be top 10 pick in a couple years. He sacks Jackson Dart, gets up, and immediately like points like a machine gun directly in his face, and like he's shooting him. Yeah. Then there was a guy from Minnesota who made a good play, and he pulls his jersey up like he's showing a gun in his waistband.
Oh, that's old. That's old.
And the ref said personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, simulating brandishing a weapon.
Here we go. Old motherfuckers in committee.
Yeah, the ref said it.
Fun again. Oh,
there was another guy who did, but it seems like everywhere recently it's just become like you make a good play, you pull out a gun.
So I think there's a horrible way to phrase it, but I hear what you're saying. I think those are like the lifting the shirt. There was cats doing that when I was in the league, and I'm pretty sure they did it when I was in college too. That's old. Like it's just old. Like it's just amazing to me that we're gonna give a shit about or pretend to give a shit about America being a gun culture. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a gun. This is a gun. Y'all should be celebrating this shit.
I don't necessarily.
How do you know this man didn't have a legal imaginary weapon?
I'm all for legal firearm ownership. I don't necessarily think. I just think it's funny this has become. It seems like this year it's far more prevalent than it has been.
Let's do it. Let's just. I love it. It's just a bunch of kids having fun, man. It's just a bunch of kids having fun, and these old motherfuckers with these rules need to die. All of them. Maybe not die. That's harsh. That's kind of harsh. But like
retire.
Maybe like a stroke or something, and then they have to go deal with the rest of their lives, and they don't want to oversee a committee anymore. Maybe a stroke. Maybe like a car wreck and just a leg broke or something like that. Just something bad.
You can do your job with a broken leg,
but you got to take a leave of absence for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah, all of them just need to go away, bro. Congress, fuck out of here. NCAA committee, fuck out of here. All of these motherfuckers, man. I think it's harmless. I think kids are always gonna be kids, and anything that is like if somebody does something and they nice with it, it's gonna be trendy, especially for the younger kids. So now the younger kids are gonna see that, and it's gonna be dope to them, right? But it's just like a little trend, like the double and trusting a dude with a triple mouthpiece the other day.
3?
I don't get it.
I've seen 2.
He had one in and he had 2 hanging. I was
That's
like, hey,
crazy.
Like, he likes options. He likes options. But I don't understand it. Like as an older cat, you know what I'm saying? If I was to be around them, they'd be calling me an uncle, OG, right? I'd be like, what the fuck is it for? I'm sure they have an explanation, but I assume it's just drip. I assume they feel like it's stylish, but that's how we did. Like when we was coming up, we had little things that the older cats was like, what are you doing? I was like, you don't know nothing about this. And I don't.
What was your thing?
Like we used to have like scrunchies. So like we would take females, this was in high school, we would take females hair ties, we called them scrunchies, and we would put them up in and fold and roll our jerseys up because they was a little bigger back then. And then we would like spat was not as prevalent as it was back then. So we used to get like shit about spatting up just for looks though. It wasn't for any kind of like protection. Spat wasn't a thing. What else? Towels. When I was in college, only 2 people could have a towel, the center and the quarterback. But I used to do a towel every game, and then the ref would eventually take it every single game. And they started noticing. They're like, we're gonna penalize you if you keep wearing the towel. And I'm like, it's crazy. I touched the ball 20 times a game. Why can't I wipe my hands? Made no fucking sense. Now everybody can have a towel. Like the majority of rules.
Where you were wearing gloves, right?
Yeah.
So then what's the point of a towel? Would you take the gloves off? Or you wipe the gloves?
No, wipe the gloves off. Yeah, gloves get wet as well. Gloves get grass on them. Gloves get rocks and dirt and stuff. You got to wipe that shit off. Absolutely. But again, it's people that have never played football making up rules about football. And even some cats that did, they be on this like whole like do it the right, tuck your shirt in bullshit. Like shut the stupid. It's whack.
I feel like a lot of that has gone away. Like, you don't have to tuck your jersey in. You can do
As it should.
You can wear like 8 mouthpieces if you want.
Man,
It's
dude,
just the unsportsmanlike conduct shit they're cracking down on.
I think that should be done away with. That whole rule, unsportsmanlike conduct. It sounds very lame.
It does sound lame.
Like imagine like you hooping, at the 24-hour fitness, and the dude was like, "Hey man, that's unsportsmanlike." You'd be like, "Yo, shut the fuck up talking to me and check the ball up." You know what I mean? Like it's very lame. Nobody gonna want to pick him. It's corny, unsportsmanlike. It is what it is. If you have a sack, if you sack somebody, do whatever you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it looks cool, sometimes it looks whack. That's sports, man. Let these kids be kids, bro. I don't know. I feel strongly about old motherfuckers in committees, man.
I agree for the most part.
What's the line you draw?
I don't like celebrating and all that shit. I don't really care. I would prefer those penalties don't exist rather than be enforced like super heavily. I think there's definitely, like, if you run onto the other team's sideline and start like pushing people around and like, then yeah, maybe that should be a flag. But short of that, like,
okay, inciting a riot. Yeah, I feel you. We got to draw a line.
yeah,
I'll draw a line.
but like short of that, like if you're celebrating, do whatever you want. Don't let them score.
And then they won't celebrate, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Well, I remember we was playing. I was so mad. We was playing Kentucky, and it was like 4 overtimes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the 3rd overtime, and I had, we had scored, and we had to go for 2, and so I got a handoff, and I went off to the left side, and the dude like kind of undercut my leg, and I didn't make it, and I just had got up and kind of like flung the ball, like, you know what I'm saying? We in the middle of like, if we win this game, we go to the SEC championship, where like it's all heightened. So like I got up and I kind of I didn't throw it at anybody. I was like, threw it against the wall. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Mad I didn't score. And then the ref threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. So the next possession, we started at the 40. Like that type shit just needs that, like a passionate young kid in the middle of a game upset. Like you're insane. Like you didn't make your varsity club. That's what that was.
Wait, so was that after a touchdown?
It was after a touchdown. We was trying to score. We have to go for 2. After a certain amount of overtimes.
Oh, you didn't get the 2.
Yeah, I didn't get the 2, and I threw the ball. And then, but dope, the next play, it was like a 40-yard strike. Eric Ainge threw it to Quentin Hancock, and we ended up winning. But still, I see little shit like that happen all the time, bro. Let these kids be kids.
A 2-point conversion away from a win in an SEC East title, Tennessee gave the ball to Arian Foster. He was forced outside but ran out of room. A frustrated Foster tossed the ball across the field, earning a 15-yard penalty that would be enforced the following possession.
Yeah, across the field is very heavy. Like across is doing a lot of lifting in that sentence. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like just threw it. Like I was pissed, bro.
27 carries, 118 yards that game.
Yeah, it was one of them tough games, man. Cold as shit. It was actually my favorite college game I ever played in. So fun.
That's back when college overtime was awesome, but then we fucking got rid of it because of one game that was incredible.
Committees, big team.
Yep. No, I agree.
We need to make a committee, anti-committee committee.
ACC.
I like that.
The real ACC.
The real ACC. I like that. And we're like the HOA. Nobody governs us, and we just go and put sanctions on committees. Any committee.
I want to know how those are do you have one of those?
Unfortunately.
So
yes. We're talking about Nazis.
Oh, I agree.
Are fucking Nazis, dog. Oh my god.
So do you? I mean, I guess by virtue of buying the house in the neighborhood that has one, you've kind of agreed to it. But like, what if I'm like, fuck you, I'm not listening.
Yeah. So when I first bought my house, I didn't know anything about it. Like I was like on my way out of. I had been renting properties for years, and I didn't know a lot about home ownership. I didn't know anything about it. So my man's, when I finally found a home that I wanted, he's like, hey, it's HOA. I was like, yeah, well, I don't care. He's like, do you know what the HOA is? I was like, nah, just we're signing paperwork. We're gonna do it. Didn't know. And so basically it's like they own that area, right? And it's like a legal agreement that they have jurisdiction. If they make rules that you don't adhere to, they can put a lien on your house and they can end up owning it.
That's so crazy.
No, and I feel like this is such a bipartisan issue. Like the right and the left can both agree, fam, this is ridiculous. Like this is nonsense. And their argument is, to an extent, I get it, but this is the byproduct of being free, right? In America. Their argument is, if you let anybody take care of the house the way they want to, it could bring down the property value around it, and that affects everybody. So I understand that argument, but to me, that's the risk you take for land ownership in a community. That's on you. And so I should be able to, I bought this property. I own, quote unquote, this house. I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. But you can't. Cannot do it.
Have they gotten you in trouble at all?
Yeah, but listen, I'm not big on like they're picking on me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm black or not. That's not really, never really been my vibe. But I was out of town for like 2-3 weeks, and my grass got, I don't know, dog, a half an inch long. These motherfuckers sent me a letter. They said, yo, your grass is a little long, I'll cut the grass. Okay, fine. And I finally reached out to a dude, so now I get a cut every 2 weeks. I get cut bi-weekly, so it's not a problem, right? Like, all right, cool. You know what happens is what it is. When I moved in, the lady told me, she was like, just keep your trash cans right here. This is where I keep them. She's lived there for almost 10, 20 years, right? So she was like, just keep your trash cans. She, going over all the property rules and all that stuff. I was like, okay, bet. I had been living there for 2 years at a time. All of a sudden, I get hit with the grass thing. A month or two later, I get another letter, and they say, your trash cans are within sight of the street. Now, mind you, I live in a cul-de-sac, so to even get to my house, you have to know where you're going. It's not like, it's not on an open, like you have to go there, right? And so I was like, okay, but and then I drive around the neighborhood. Everybody's trash cans are visible from the street, like they put them behind a fence or something like that, right? So I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. So I go to I go to the lady, and I'm like, listen, like the lady that I bought the house from told me where she put her trash cans. So she put her trash cans here for 20 years. Why is this a problem? She's like, we just can't see it from the street. And so I was like, whatever. I just let it go. I was like, I'm not moving my trash cans. Suck my dick. That's how I felt. About 2 weeks later, I get another letter, and they said, if you don't move your trash cans, we're going to put a lien on your house. And I'm like, this is crazy. So then I went to the board meeting. They have like meetings every month or something like that. But I ran around, and I figured out who all the members were. I went to all their houses, like 3 out of 5 of them all had trash cans that were visible from the street. And I took pictures of all their houses. and I was like showing them my neighbors. Everybody does, dog, but they just kept fucking with me. And they was like, yo, those are the rules. I showed them pictures of their own houses. They're like, those are the rules. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So what I did was I ended up buying a whole new gate that you can't see through, just so I didn't move my trash can. It was a little petty on my part, but it's ridiculous that they just kept fucking with me, dog. And so I have to like, what?
Do you have to pay like a monthly fee to them?
Yeah.
See, that's a scam.
It's not crazy. It's like 150 or something like that.
That's such a scam.
It's not crazy. But like, it's for this, what I do agree with, right? Because I'm a communal human being, right? I think that we should all chip in, and then like the entry signs are nice. When the holidays come, they put up candy canes. There's a landscape crew that keeps all of that's not technically anybody's property, but it's the community's property. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. Makes sense to me. But it's the crazy, like incessant, like you have to drive in a car and like look for problems in the neighborhood. Like that's crazy to me. Like the only problems that should be attended to is if somebody brings it to you, but like you're looking for problems. And to me, it's very Karen-esque. The whole vibe is very Karen-esque. It's like the Karen headquarters is the HOA. That's what it is.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is. If I had to do it again, I'm never moving in a house again that doesn't have that has HOA. Crazy Nazis.
You might be too rich at this point, though. Every house you want is gonna have an HOA.
More than likely. And then I remodeled my whole house after COVID. I'm talking about everything: the walls, carpets, floors, bathrooms, kitchen, everything. And everything in here is black and white. Walls white, like all the trimmings black. Floors is like this gray tile. Looks really nice. But the outside of my house is brick, and it don't match the inside. So I was like, yo, can we paint it or like put stucco over it? You know what I'm saying? To like an off-white stucco and have like some black trimming to match the house. I was gonna do that, but my the lady that oversaw my project, she's like, you have to get it cleared with the HOA. I was like, this is my fucking house. Why do I have to ask these niggas to paint my house? So I had to set up a meeting with them. I had to go to the board meeting. And this is the crazy shit. I told them what I wanted to do. And they were like, nah, we can't. I don't think we can allow that. I said, why? The person right to my, there's 3 people in my cul-de-sac. The person right to my right has an all-white house. The person right to my left has an all-white house. The person across the street from me has an all-white house. And I was like, well, why not? And they're like, because your house is brick. I was like, yeah, I want it white. I was like, can I do white brick? He was like, nah. I was like, well, then what's the reasoning? I said, is it a structural problem? Is it like you're afraid of the integrity of the house or something like that? They was like, no, it's nothing like that. It's like, your house was just brick, and we kind of just want to keep it brick. I'm like, what? It makes no sense. I was like, dog, I told him I gutted it. I spent like, I don't know, 800 grand on the entire renovation of the house. And I was like, I'm building the property value up. Why would I want to ruin it with something that you don't approve of? Like, just let me paint the house. And they said, no, we can't do it. It's just because it's brick. They want to see a brick house when they drive by my shit. That's it.
I personally love the look of a brick house, but you should be able to do whatever you want with your own home.
Yeah, man, it's my shit. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I don't lose sleep over it. But when I was in the headspace of like renovating, I wanted everything white and black. You know what I'm saying? And I changed the garage door, everything. And they was like, no, you can't do it. I was like, yo, you people are insane, dog. Like,
do they have jurisdiction over shit you do inside the house?
To a certain extent, no, but like to a certain extent they do. So like I had to get approval. So like I blew out my back wall. I don't know if you ever seen like one of them California style homes that like it goes like living room and then there's like this glass, there's like glass sliding doors and it goes directly to the backyard.
Yeah.
I had to get permission for that.
That's crazy.
They had to give me permission. Yeah, it's super. I said nobody can even see it. I was like, why are you asking, dog? Like, I don't know, man. That motherfucker's crazy, cara. I'll be off him. But that's my HOA rant.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with them. Luckily, I'll never be able to buy a house, so it won't matter.
Nah, man, don't say that.
It's not looking good, brother. I don't know if you've been out here recently.
I have, brother. I have, man.
Not looking good.
I have, man. I'm mad. I don't know what to say, man. I'm all for the working man being able to afford a home, brother. That's talking to the wrong guy there. I'm all for that. But
maybe one day soon.
Football season is in gear, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Stella Blue Coffee's new fall collection. Whether you're tailgating in the crisp autumn air or cheering from the comfort of your couch, our new maple, pumpkin pie, and apple crumble cake blends are the ultimate game day companions. Maple pumpkin pie delivers a combination of creamy, classic pumpkin pie with buttery crust and a touch of sweet maple syrup. Apple crumble cake features delicious flavors of sweet apple pie, cinnamon, and brown sugar, all wrapped up in a rich, buttery crumb finish. Available in ground coffee and K-cup varieties, these seasonal flavors will fit seamlessly into your coffee routine. Grab Stella Blue's coffee limited edition fall flavors today at stellabluecoffee.com or Amazon. Use promo code MACRO to enjoy 20% off of any order of $25 or more on stellabluecoffee.com. Make every game day a victory this fall. What else you got on your list, man?
Merchant of Death is back. Did you see
this?
What
does this mean?
So the Merchant of Death is the Russian arms dealer that we exchanged for Brittany Griner. And he earned that nickname by supplying basically every terrorist organization things like that throughout the world with all of their arms. And we were assured that he was done, basically. They promised, right? And turns out the Merchant of Death is back to being the Merchant of Death. He has supplied the Houthis in Yemen with approximately, I believe it was $10 million worth of stuff, if I have the number correct. I'm looking.
That's what the article says. It says $10 million worth of automatic weapons.
Yeah, so it turns out that he broke his promise, which I can't believe he did. So yeah, just he's back.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know enough about this subject, but we really exchanged him for Brittany Griner.
Oh yeah,
I have to look more into this, but
it was a big deal at the time.
That is pretty hilarious.
Brittany Griner for the Merchant of Death, fair trade.
Well, I mean, she's back to playing basketball, so one could only conclude.
Right.
He'd be back to supplying.
No, that's true. Yeah, they both went back to work. I had he'd slipped my mind for a year or so, but he's back.
So where were we keeping him? Do we know?
We had him in like Gitmo or somewhere.
Why do we not have anybody else?
They wanted the big guns literally back to get rid of Griner.
That is wild.
He
I'm
he was in Illinois. He was at the United States Penitentiary in Marion.
Okay. Oh, so they did it. It's not like he didn't do it like secretly. They went to Moscow. The Houthis went to Moscow. So it's.
I mean, clearly it's not a secret. It's in the Wall Street Journal.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he really. No, I don't think he moves.
It wasn't like some black market operation. Like they went to Moscow. It was like, hey, yo, like, what's up with the?
I think it is like I don't think he works. He doesn't go through like the Russian government, but I don't think it. I think he was like, yeah, come, we'll figure it out. Come talk to me. Come to my office. We'll see what we can do.
Damn. Well, job creation under Putin's it's pretty good. So shout out to him for getting back to work.
Say what you want about Biden. He did create a job for the Merchant of Death.
And I mean, this last month, it was like over 250,000 jobs. I don't know if you saw the report.
Well, the last one was fake, so I'll need to look into it.
No, this is from the Labor Bureau statistics.
No, I know, but you saw the fake jobs report before, right?
I didn't see the fake one. I just saw the one last month.
I don't know if it was last month or what, but it was like completely just wrong.
No, I didn't see that one.
I'll find it.
I just saw the last jobs report that came out. Everybody was kind of like shocked. Even right wing was like, I mean, it's good. If that's true, that means it's good. Oh, yeah. I did want to circle back because I did do. Remember, you said that shit about Kamala.
I've said a lot of shit about Kamala. You'll have to be more specific.
It's about the marijuana convictions.
Uh-huh.
And so I did a little bit because like I remember researching it a little while back, and because I was like, now granted, like I said, there's a lot of shit to criticize her about, right? And I'll be the first to do so. But like, so she early in her career, she was not for legalizing weed, right? Which is disgusting. But later on, she changed her stance. I think in 2018, she co-signed a bill with Cory Booker. Is that his name? Yeah. For the legalization of it. So she's definitely changed her stance, but early on she was not progressive in this stance, which is why a lot of progressives didn't like her. But the claim was that she like sent or imprisoned like over 2,000 people or whatever the number was. But the reason why it's like not very accurate because the actual number that she actually imprisoned when she was DA, was only 45 people went to prison. The rest of the arrests were it gets a little muddy because the data is not fully brought out by the Department of Corrections. There's like a year missing or something like that, but it only accounted for the state prison records. So only 45 people went to prison for it. And a lot of the convictions and a lot of her lawyers got interviewed. A lot of the convictions never brought out prison sentencing. A lot of it had to do like programs they had to be in, stuff like that. Because California was on its way to signing legislation to make it legal in 2016, and so it was trending towards being more progressive. And so she oversaw it. I think it was like 1900, but very little of those ever went to prison, like the original claim. And I think Tulsi was the first one to do that. To criticize for that on national stage. And then as AGs don't even prosecute petty marijuana cases. But yeah, it's just so like there's nuance there. It wasn't like she was just locking people up left and right. That's just not the case. But I remember there being more to it. I just didn't recognize the details. I couldn't recall the details. So I just wanted to correct that record for the claim that you made.
Okay.
That's it. So
that's good.
No, it's not. I think that it should be federally legalized, and she should be pushing towards that. And
but she did oppose. I think it was 2010. She did oppose it becoming legal in California.
Yep. Which is, like I said, there's plenty of things to criticize her about. That is one. I 1000% agree with you. She ended up, like I said, changed her stance a little later on. But again, my problem with her is, okay, Joe Biden ran on federally legalizing it, and now she's running on it. And I'm like, yo, I mean, you have on the state side so many like local laws that's legalized, but on a federal level, it's not yet. And people are profiting off it. And still people in jail for those same crimes. It's absolutely abhorrent. And again, that's the type of shit to criticize her on, and I will all day. What else you got on your sheet though? What is this? Oh, this is the shooting people thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see
football players won't stop pretending to shoot people? That's just wild.
Did you see Kamala was on Call Her Daddy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a Barstool podcast, isn't it?
No longer.
Used to be.
That was Mackenzie's. Mackenzie used to produce that show.
Yeah.
Oh,
that could have been you producing
how did
Kamala.
It go? I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it.
They mostly just talked about like abortion rights and stuff like that.
Yeah, like reproductive rights. Apparently, Alex Cooper also invited Trump. Like she invited both of them, and Trump said no.
Yeah, that's
like,
unfortunately that's. Go ahead.
Well, because people were like, "Oh, she's biased. She's only having Kamala on." But she was like, I invited both of them.
My understanding was she invited Trump after everyone in her comments was upset about having Kamala on.
No, I think she was saying like she didn't necessarily invite him, but she's saying like if he wants to come on, he's welcome to come on.
Right, but it wasn't like she invited both of them at the same time and Kamala said yes and Trump said no.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, I've heard, I didn't watch it. I've seen clips. I've heard pretty positive reviews about it. Honestly.
Yeah, I watched it. It was, I mean, again, it was mostly about like they started and like Kamala talked a lot about her like life growing up with like her parents and then her like stepkids now and stuff like that. So it was like personal to her, and then they mostly just talked about reproductive rights and stuff like that.
She said there is no law governing the body of a man in America. Which
that's not true.
I knew you would bring that up, yeah.
Which, number one, if you want to be just very specific to that, the draft, they can draft your body to go die in a foreign war. Also, it's weird when men can and can't be pregnant, because if you're talking about abortion, I was told that could affect men as well. But I guess it can't now.
There you go. You like jabbing at it, but you don't like talking about it, Big T.
No, they're the ones that told me. But now I'm glad to know that men can't get pregnant now, I guess.
See, like, I am not a trans person. I am not a trans activist. I just understand that there's shit that is out my realm of understanding. This is not my call. If somebody wants to call themselves a woman, call yourself a woman. What's this got shit to do with me?
Kamala said men can't get pregnant. Might hurt her with the base. That.
Well, not really. Like, trans folks is a very small subset of human beings in America. like point what? Oh something.
That's true, but the people who care about it fiercely is not.
I would disagree with that, but I think it's I don't know, man. I think it's dope that she's finally doing like podcasts and stuff because that is the future of media. So, um, I think that's the first one I've seen her on. No,
She was on you said your friend's podcast.
Steven Jackson
all
one.
this, yeah. Was it Smoke?
oh, all the
something?
smoke. That's right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Right. Yeah. So she's making the rounds. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
No,
Trump goes on like full send and whatever.
He was on a few of them. He was on
Theo Von.
Lex
Oh yeah, Theo Von, what is it? Lex Friedman?
Something something like that.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's like the new campaign trail. Like you got to hit podcasts and shit.
Wasn't he on? What's that like streamer that he was on? That like people were like he's gonna get in trouble 'cause he accepted.
Aiden Ross.
Yes.
Hey, I don't like this nigga, bro. Oh
No.
my god, he's goofy.
Maybe Madeline McKenzie, y'all know more about this guy than I do. Who is the little streamer kid that crashed his car? What's his name?
I know nothing about
Jack
that.
Doherty.
Yeah, that doesn't come across my timeline.
Because
I saw that it happened. I didn't want to watch the video because I don't want to
I've only
watch
seen
someone crash their car.
his name a couple times, but apparently he's very big and like crashed his McLaren, and his buddy was like needed to be pulled from the car, and he gets out and is like, "Oh, my car."
And also, again, I didn't watch it, but didn't he say like he kept streaming?
Yeah, he was like filming himself. It looked fake, but like I don't think you could fake that kind of car crash.
Yeah, the car crash was insane. Like when he
Yeah.
cut to his car, it was like
The whole
front
hood
of the
was
car
torn off.
Yeah, that was absurd. I don't know who that is, but yeah, it was very.
Yeah,
Not a great look.
all of those streamers, they do not come across my timeline. I don't know, like, I barely know who Kai Cenat, or how do you say his name? Kai Cenat. I don't even know what he's up to. Like, I don't know any of them.
I'm looking at this video. Yo, this nigga's getting pulled from his car with his phone in his hand.
Yes.
Dog. This
Yes.
is psycho
Yeah.
This is psychotic, fam.
It's insane.
Holy shit.
And the friend is like bleeding
Stuck.
all
Yeah,
over his face.
It's stuck, and you got your phone like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Getting his angles. Yeah.
And he was literally saying, my car.
Yeah, I have no input on that besides like he's probably a really bad person.
Get me out of here, dog. I'm officially old. When I see shit like that, I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you young people doing, bro? But the craziest is like, there's millions of kids that just sit there and watch them stream, watch them do this shit.
I know, it's so sad.
Car was ugly too.
Did it have like paint on it or like paint splashes on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Car's
no,
horrible.
that I have no input on that besides that kid's probably like a shitty person.
Once every few weeks, I see a clip from one of those streamers, and I just have no clue, not even the slightest frame of reference for what is going on. Like I saw, I forget if it was Kai Cenat or who it was the other day, had like a horse in his house.
I just saw that one this morning, yeah. And it's just like, what's the context here?
Yeah,
I have
I don't
nothing.
understand that whole world at all. But
Yeah,
and they're
no,
not
the-
even
the
they're
problem-
usually they're not even like playing video games or something. They're just kind of sitting there talking,
I think
which
it's,
I guess is kind of what we're
it's-
doing. But
well, yeah.
But no. So the difference is like their entire model is they're a character in their personality, but their entire model now is like what's the wildest and craziest shit that we can do.
right.
So it wouldn't surprise me if this car wreck was staged. It wouldn't surprise me if like, you know what I'm saying, like all of this kind of stuff, like they just live for those moments to go viral. The virality of moments is in it. They aspire to do that. And that is a very dangerous thing to play with because you're vying for people's attention. And when your integrity is then compromised for this virality, it can get very, very dark very fast. And I think that's where we're going as a society. And I'm gonna be playing the violin while the ship sinks.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see like the horse clip that like Kai Cenat am I saying that right? I don't even
Who cares? Good
But,
good
like-
call, Arian.
Yeah, but like
Who
to
fucking
even
cares?
who cares? But like to see those, it is one of those things where it's like this just and again like this has to just be marketed towards young children who instead of watching like shows with bright colors to like develop like their brain neurons. They're just watching the most like indescribable crazy shit you've ever seen in your life, and like just to like keep their attention span going. Like the horse, like why is there a horse? To quote John Mulaney, why is there a horse in the hospital? Like, what are we doing here? And like I also think with people like that, and a lot of like people on the internet in that kind of sphere and space, like the integrity thing is not lost on me. Like, at what point is this? Like, I know, like, there's people that aren't streamers that I know where it's like, where's your integrity throughout this process? Like, at what point is the money not worth you just losing any shred of self-dignity? You know what I mean?
I think it's way less than what they're getting now, because
apparently, because there is none of it, in my opinion.
like, I think they're all just printing money.
I also don't get how they're I don't get how they make money.
So you get paid like I think proportionate, because I did Twitch for a little bit, and so you get paid like the views that you accumulate and the like it's ad revenue. I mean, y'all understand how ad revenue works. We're in a podcast business.
Well, yeah.
So it's like proportional. If you get like 20,000 concurrent viewers, like that's that amount of, you know, I don't know how to calculate the shit, but you know, ad agencies pay a certain amount for slots in your time.
Right.
They just calculate it like that. I mean, same shit here,
but then I think they also have people in their chat that are like donating $20 so that their comment gets seen and shit. Like,
yeah.
And when you
so
have
that's
when you have 60,000 people watching at once, if 0.1% of the people are doing that, you're raking in money.
So before everybody had a podcast, my podcast used to do really well. It was called Now What, and I had it on YouTube. I said at the time, which is really big, I had like 40,000 subscribers, and then we were really growing. I say we, it was fucking me. This was before like you couldn't find like people to like producers to produce your podcast. You couldn't find like editors. So I had a dude that he's a Grammy winning producer. I know him and I know his audio engineer. So I was like, yo, can you mix the audio for my podcast? So I had to like pull strings because podcasts just weren't like that prevalent back then. But I figured out, and why I didn't continue with it was because it just became very taxing. But we had switched to this company called Luminary, and Luminary back then they like wanted to be like the Netflix of podcasts. And so we signed like a 7-figure deal to put my podcast underneath their umbrella, but it had to be a subscription base. And what I found out early in the game was people would much rather do what you said, Big T, is like we're watching somebody, or you know what I'm saying, if me and you go live on the Macrodosing on the YouTube channel, right? Somebody be like, hey, they'll donate $5, right? Just hey, appreciate you streaming, whatever. People would much rather do that, willingly give you money, than having to pay for it like on a subscription base, right? If you give it as an option, people will absolutely support if they like your content. But if you make them, boom. So my viewership like dropped like dramatically, and I didn't feel like building it back up and doing it, so I just like let it go. But yeah, people will support a content creator that they enjoy. I mean, shit, look at the OnlyFans. Motherfuckers is getting crazy money off of OnlyFans. You know what I mean? It's just like if you willingly, they will give up their money to support a content creator that they enjoy, which I can appreciate. But I don't know. I'm currently, I don't know how y'all feel, but I currently feel I'm just in the point of my life where like I enjoy this podcast. I enjoy doing stuff like this, but I'm not gonna do anything out of my character. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do anything out of my comfort zone for any kind of extra bread. That's just how this is where I'm at with it. I get it though. I don't knock it. It's where we at in the world, man. It's not beautiful.
I just really don't understand like the entertainment of it. Like, and I guess it's for a different generation than me, but it's just like I see some of the clips and I'm like, is this really like you love this? I don't get it, but it's not for me to get.
I guess I liken it to like when we was growing up. Well, when I was growing up, that thing that everybody could agree on, whether it be a shoe or a game or whatever, like that thing that we all agreed on. Muted myself, my bad. Or like wrestling, WWF, right? I never understood that, but like everybody like loves that shit. But it's just something that can bring everybody together, whether it be socially, whatever the case may be. It brings people together to have like a common enjoyment. And it's some shit ain't for me. Like I've just come to that conclusion. That shit ain't for me, man.
I guess we're unk now.
Bitch, you are 20 years old, bro. Shut up.
I'm much closer to 30 than 20.
You want to be so old so bad, bro. It's so funny, bro.
I do.
Not old, bro. You a young cat, bro. You spry.
Not much longer.
You a spring chicken, Big T.
I'm in my late 20s.
That is young as ask any old head. That's young, dogs. You are peaking. You are in your peak. You got about 6 years of peak left, dog.
You're right, Unk.
Oh man, you anything else? We can hit the voicemails.
Oh, I had one more story I wanted to talk about because it might involve PFT. There's apparently there's a concert venue here in Chicago called the Salt Shed, and
Salt Shed.
I believe it was literally a Morton Salt like factory or
it was
yeah. So and now they have concerts in there. Apparently, anyone that has been to a concert there in the last like 6 weeks or so has potentially / likely been subjected to rabid bats.
Oh
shit!
What?
Yeah, and you could have been bitten. Like,
yeah.
So, according to the Chicago Department of Public Health, the possible exposure took place between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. on September 12th. So I don't know if that was during a Goose concert at the venue. Slightly ironic given the circumstances. But I thought it was for other concerts around then too, because I believe PFT went to a concert there
on Friday. He performed.
Oh, really?
And then he performed at Mount Joy on Friday. Very exciting. And then also he went to Sturgill Simpson, I think on Wednesday.
Right. So I thought this is saying it might have just been that one concert, but I thought I also read potentially in the last few weeks that there were some bats that had rabies flying around the Salt Shed. So I hope PFT is okay. I hope that's not why he's not here today. Again, he didn't tell us, so we can't rule it out.
He really didn't. He didn't say nothing.
All he said was, I'm not going to be in the office tomorrow. Oh, he just responded to my text. I texted him before the show. Didn't you recently go to a concert at the Salt Shed? He said, yes, I did. Why? So
I'm going to text a GIF of a rabid bat.
So we can't rule out that that's
bat.
why he's not here today.
No.
I would prefer we could. It'd be, a lot less speculation. Unfortunately, I can't do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my bat GIF off. GIF, GIF.
GIF. I hate people that say GIF, and I'd rather you say GIF than GIF.
I don't know why sometimes I spell it out, dog. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I don't have a good answer for you. I wish I understood that.
GIF. It sounds like you're saying Jeff spelled like GEOFF, but you're like sounding it out. GIF.
GIF. GIF.
By the way,
I think I said GIF though.
Okay, good. Me too.
GIF. GIF. Nah, that would be J.
Yeah, it's a peanut
butter.
What
does it stand for?
Graphics interchange format, I believe.
Wow. What? Graphics interchange format. That's a nerdy way to say that shit. Shout out to whoever invented it though. All right, man, let's go to motherfucking voicemails.
Want to find a trustworthy dealer and dealership reviews from shoppers like you? Cars.com offers the latest research, shopping tools, and dealership reviews to help every shopper find the perfect car. Shop by monthly payment or filter by features to find the cars that fit your budget and needs. Everybody knows what a hassle it is dealing with buying a car the old-fashioned way. Use Cars.com. It's so much easier. You can filter by everything you want. It's the best. Visit Cars.com and start exploring your next possibility today. Anything from Squeaks?
Yes.
Oh.
PFT
Update.
responded ? To your bat gif.
Bro doesn't even know about the bats.
Bro doesn't know about the bat.
I'm saying hope you're all good
He's gonna be so
with the prayer hands.
He's so confused.
Prayers up. Prayers up for PFT. Please pray for him.
Prayers up. Yeah, prayers up in the chat, man. You know, every time you tweet,
Yeah.
y'all hear him out. Say prayers up. Say, I hope you're feeling better, brother.
No, I'm saying you could have told us why you were missing today. We wouldn't have judged.
I hope he's getting the help he needs.
He's gonna be so confused.
He probably doesn't even remember it.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Serendipity. I was just scrolling this little news site, Big T, and right here, a little article pops up. It says, "Will Menendez brothers be released from prison by end of the year?" So, a little foreshadowing to our next episode. It's gonna be on the Menendez brothers.
Are they potentially getting out?
That's what the article. I'm gonna let me click it. I don't know. It could be. I mean, this is.
We'll talk about it on Thursday.
I would say I just scroll up and there's like all kind of silly ass ads. So it's one of those kind of websites. But yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, let's do the voicemails.
Okay, Squeaks up first.
Hey, what's going on? It's Squeaks here. Another weekend in the books. Had another rugby game this weekend, but we won this time, so that was cool. And went to a bar after the game. My parents got a little booze and watched the Vandy upset. One of the greatest football games I've ever seen in my entire life. That was great. Big T, great weekend for Tennessee to lose because everybody forgot already because of Bama. So good job on that. Saturday night though, I was at a party with some of my teammates, and one of my teammates, his girlfriend, sister was here in town visiting, and I think we got off on the right foot. It was a good conversation, and then I ran into them later at one of the bars, and that was when that Miami game was on. And we were talking about that because it turns out she's a big football fan, so we were talking about that. Things were going great. The conversation was flowing. And then, the bars here closed around 2. It was getting to like 1:45, and I didn't make a play. Time was running out. Not a lot of time left. Somebody's got to step up and make a clutch play, and I didn't. And then she went home. And I went home, and it's a good learning moment because I just got to be better, and we'll move that forward, take it on to next week, take it on the chin, and then be better. How am I going to react to this adversity that happened? Because I got to be better than this.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love this guy. Okay, he's my favorite. I don't know. We don't need to force it. If nothing happens, it's okay. We can skip a week, and I think it's better maybe if we do a monthly check-in.
I'm okay with that.
Or just like whenever something happens.
Right? Yeah. If something important happens, give him a direct line. He needs a different phone number to make sure that we. But
I just give him my personal phone number.
Give him your personal.
I gotta like.
Don't do that. We still don't know this thing.
Well, I'm not doing that. 1, 2. I gotta like figure out like his Instagram.
Right. But if nothing happens, we don't gotta know. It's okay. Ball up top. Figure it out next week.
You was ball up top. You read my mind, Big T. Maybe fast forward through what he said during the pod and just trust us. It was very uneventful, and there's nothing wrong with that. You had a good weekend, brother.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. But like,
he's got to make those key plays.
Let's do a monthly check-in now. You know what I mean?
Every 2 or 3 weeks.
Whenever something interesting goes down.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Good call, Big T.
Yeah.
Good call.
Ball up top.
And that does not change the fact that he's our favorite.
Yeah.
No, it's my guy.
Yeah.
Squeaks is my guy. Yeah.
If something insane was happening to Squeaks every weekend, I'd be concerned for his like mental and physical well-being. Like sometimes you need a chill weekend.
Absolutely.
But that's okay that you didn't make the play on that girl.
Yep. Ball up top. Next
Ball
caller.
up top.
Teams can get better throughout the season.
Hey, Macrodosing crew, this is Jorge from Florida. I have a quick question, and I don't think I've seen it talked about very often. But what's a move in sports? It can be any sport, but when you see it, you just think to yourself, ooh, that shit was nasty. Or you give the Tony Romo, kind of thing. But I'd love to see what you guys think. I think for me, it's definitely a toe tap catch. Thank you. Oh, also, PST, tell Hank for his spider issue to get a cat. Here in Florida, the rains bring up all the insects, and, my cat just goes ham, killing everything. Love the show. Stay handsome, stay beautiful. Thank you. Bye.
I would say, I don't know that I've ever moaned like that with a sporting event, but I'll be like, ooh, one of them type. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I think when somebody hit a nasty dead leg, and it is the defender stays there and the ball carrier is just in the opposite direction. Just beautiful. Love that shit. The other one was somebody yam on somebody. That's just not. I think that may be the most exciting play in sports when somebody come down baseline or wherever and just nuts in the face.
Yeah, if you really dunk on somebody, that's electric.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
My other is just watching somebody hit the absolute piss out of a baseball. Just hit it like 450 feet. Just stand at home plate and watch it. Like, those are majestic.
Do you think that they should allow bat flipping?
Yeah.
That shit is fire to me.
Dude,
every time I see it, I'm like, that shit hard. It's so much swag.
You remember Fernando Tatis, the guy who had the really sick cleats when we were at the Padres game?
Okay, yeah.
You in a drunken stupor said, you asked me what's his name. I said, his name's Fernando, and you go, hey, Nando, those cleats are sick, dog. They're playing the Dodgers in the playoffs right now, and the fans and them were going back and forth all night, and he hit a bomb late in the game that put him up like 10-1, and he flipped the bat, walked to first base, talked shit to every player rounding the bases. It was awesome.
I love that shit. That's amazing. That's I don't watch a lot of baseball, but when I do see it and I see shit like that, I love that. I love shit talking. I think golf should implement shit talking as well. That shit too nice. You know what I'm saying? Good par. Nice birdie. Like shit, I would love to somebody hit a slice and be like, oh, that shit was weak, dog. This shit was horrible. And they just walk off on it. That shit would be amazing.
It was really good for golf when Bryson and Koepka hated each other.
I don't even think I was watching it at that time.
Oh, I think they're like cool now for the most part, but they fucking despised each other. And it was awesome.
Tiger and Phil, they probably don't really like each other like that. I would like to see that play out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the funner parts of sports is rivalries and shit talking. I love that shit, dog.
Agreed.
But anywho, any sports events, ladies, or actions that make you moan like our man?
Can't say.
Yeah, I mean, like, a walk-off home run is fun.
Yeah,
something like that. But I don't think I would put anything like that into that category.
Okay, got you.
I'll tell you something else that an incredible soccer goal when they like weave in and out of six dudes and like the precision that they can strike the ball with and put it exactly into the corner of the net is crazy.
Yeah, the dude you sent me, I'll never forget. What's his name?
Are you soccer?
No, hockey.
Oh, I was talking about soccer.
Oh, I thought you said hockey.
You're talking about Connor McDavid, who does do some of that shit in hockey also, and he's unbelievable.
Hey, bro, it's just crazy because I've been on the ice. I have skated before. The amount of control that man has on that ice is fucking unreal, dog. That shit's poetry.
It looks like compared to everyone else, he's skating in double speed.
It's insane.
It's
dog.
crazy. Like every time I watch a video.
I hope he's having a wonderful day right here, wherever he's at, whatever he's doing. Hope he's having a good day. You know,
he's deathly afraid of ketchup. It recently came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Afraid of ketchup.
Weird.
I mean, you got to expound on that.
I didn't watch it. It was in like some documentary, I think. I didn't watch it, but I saw that it came out that he's really afraid of ketchup. and his wife like will get him with ketchup.
I was on a date recently and we got a steak and she asked for A1 sauce and I judged her.
Did he give you the ick?
It didn't give me the egg because she cool people, but it's just like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, eat this. It was a delicious steak. It's just such a waste. I don't know. Hope she's having a good day wherever she's at too. Next voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Reed from Atlanta. I was recently watching The Challenge and I saw that there was a season with Arian on it. So I got excited and watched the season. But then Arian was like the first person to go home. So I want to know if you have any explanation for your poor performance.
Yeah, I was on a challenge. So the way it was, I had never watched reality TV before in my life. Like, I think I saw like Temptation Island when I was like 12 or something like that. And I thought it was real. But so when I go, my man's like, hey, they're gonna give you X amount of dollars. And you like for some charity purposes. I was like, all right, it's dope. You gotta go, you gotta play some games and stuff like that. Had no idea, never saw the challenge, didn't know what it was. So I go, and that's what happened. Like, there's like, I think I did one challenge where it was like we had to climb up this slimy, wet mountain thing. And it's fun. It's fun. Weird people pulling you and shit. But that's just a little game, still fun. And then what I started to notice was that like there's a game being played that had nothing to do with the challenges. And so I'm not of the reality show ilk. I didn't know what was going on. And so the people who usually do those shows, they start plotting against what they call the stars, right? Us. So they started plotting against us. And so I had like volunteered to do a challenge. I was like, yeah, I can knock it out. It is what it is. But like they was all plotting that shit to get me out of there because they didn't want me in there because I was a quote unquote strong competitor. And so like I didn't know about none of this shit. And then they had this one challenge where I had to like hammer or like take a bat and like screw something. It's just goofy shit, like goofy. They don't have anything to do with athleticism. And the dude that used to date J-Lo that was a dancer, he beat me at it. And they voted me out. And so, but again, like off camera, I had got into it with a lot of the cast members because like I didn't know it was a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, y'all are just liars. You motherfuckers are just liars. You're lying to me. And I was like, I don't fuck with y'all. And it was like, it's just a game. Like, how's it just a game? You told me you was gonna do something, and you did something totally different. That's a fucking lie. And like I was like, yo, whatever, y'all are lame as shit. And and so they voted me out. And there was a couple people who like, you know what I'm saying, like Lil Mama, I really click with. We're still cool to this day. Cardi B's sister, we was really cool. But yeah, I just didn't know it was a game. So I'm not good at those kind of games because again, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do my best to do it. And so it's just I'm not good at that type shit. I've come to the conclusion, man. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm shit at those games. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm a good person. That counts for everything. I like to think.
The cast is so funny. Like it says Drake Bell was on it.
He was really cool. Yeah, Drake Bell was really cool.
Oh no.
Yeah. He was kind of sick of their shit too. He was like, "What the fuck is up with these people?" I was like, "I don't know, man." Yeah,
I mean, the challenge people that were on it are like obviously the champs, like the heavy hitters. But
yeah, and so while I was in it, I was like, "Yo, these are some conniving ass, backstabbing motherfuckers. Like they're good humans, but like that's what they do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's their job is to be on that show and win, and strategically position themselves and gain alliances and yada yada. And I was never gonna be. I have to like really care about that shit. And I don't think I care enough. And so yeah, they that's what they do. They play that game. I'm not good at that game. I'm shit at that game.
It says I'm on the Wikipedia of all the players, and it's like all the players with their charities, and then it says the money they raised. Everyone has an amount except yours just says unknown.
I don't know why. It wasn't nothing crazy. They gave it to me. It wasn't nothing crazy. I think I just put it to my. I had a foundation at the time. I just put it to my foundation.
Yeah, no, it just says the amount is unknown because I think you got off the first day.
Oh yeah, you definitely
the
got
first
got
episode.
First day out of there. Yep. Here's what it is. Y'all want to do one more?
Hey, Macrodosing crew. My name is Daniel, and I'm calling from Illinois. I hope you guys are all doing well. I just wanted to give you a quick shout out and say thank you for doing what you do and providing great content. I have a son that had a couple heart surgeries over the summer, so it was a lot of trips to and from the hospital, so it was nice to have some good entertainment to make all that driving a little bit easier. I also like it when you guys do riddles, so I thought I'd give you guys a lateral thinking riddle if you're up for it. For this one, you're only allowed to ask yes or no questions, so I thought maybe Mad Dog could look up the answer and you guys could all ask her the yes or no questions. So the riddle is, a man lives on the 50th floor of his building. Every day he takes the elevator down to go to the first floor to go to work. When he comes back from work, he takes the elevator up to the 12th floor and then walks the rest of the way up the stairs. That is, unless it's raining, in which case he takes the elevator all the way up. Why does he do this? You guys rock. Stay handsome. Stay beautiful.
First and foremost, brother, hope your little man's doing better.
Yes.
I thought that was sweet.
Guy lives on the 50th floor of his building.
Okay.
Every morning he takes the elevator down to the first floor, goes to work. When he gets home, he takes the elevator to the 12th floor and walks the rest of the way, unless it's raining, in which case he takes the elevator all the way up to the 50th floor. Why is that?
When it rains, he takes the elevator all the way up. When it doesn't, he walks from floor 12 to floor 50.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Must have the calves of fucking...
And I think you can ask me questions?
Yeah, I don't even know what to ask.
Oh, I have it too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, I got a question. Is this fucking stupid?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the reason for his disparity between walking or taking the elevator, is it related to his profession?
No.
Okay.
Is this some made up shit that could have a bunch of different answers?
No.
Oh, I hate riddles, dog. All right. Walks every morning. He takes the elevator down.
Why the
does he-
12th floor? Let's think about why 12. Does the 12th floor factor into this at all?
I think so.
Like
Yes.
it's specifically being the 12th.
Oh, specifically 12. No. But like lower
Floor
than 50, yes.
after would be floor 13. People don't like the 13 numbers. Does it have anything to do with 13?
No.
Only when it rains.
Mhm.
When it doesn't rain, he walks. I don't know. I hate
from
this
the
50
shit.
minus 12, 38. 38 is now the sign. 38, 8, eat is now the sign. Popcorn, who eats popcorn? Movie is now the sign. I have no idea. Is there a hint you could give us that wouldn't give it away?
There's a part on here that I could say that this man didn't include in the voicemail. That
Are we
I
missing
could.
information?
I don't think you're missing information, but I think it adds to it. So I feel
Okay.
at liberty to tell you.
Okay.
He is okay. So he takes it down, and he can only go all the way up to the 15th floor,
12th.
12th floor. That doesn't matter. When it's raining outside, or if someone else is in the elevator, he can also take it all the way up.
Yeah, that's yep.
I don't think I gave anything away with that, right?
No.
So
that was good.
Somebody else.
Someone else is in the elevator, or it's raining, then he can take it all the way up.
So he only
Is this building a real building?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Think
not
about
like
the raining.
is this man a real man?
Yes.
All right.
Think about why the raining.
Yeah.
the rain. He blessed
Yeah,
the
I
rains
cheated
down in Africa. I don't know.
Okay, does it have to do with flooding?
No.
I don't know, bro.
Tell me when you want to wave the white flag.
No, there's got to be. We can't. This makes us look stupid. We gotta figure something out.
Hey, brother, trust me. No riddle you can or cannot answer makes you look smart or stupid because it's all made the fuck up. We can invent a riddle and stump anybody, and it's fucking made up.
But
There's no logic. There's no logic to this.
Listen, we're smart guys. We're smart guys. Let's figure this out.
38 floors. There's no fucking logic to this shit. There is no logic. It's made up.
There is some logic to this.
It's not smart. You're not smart or dumb if you can or can't answer this. It's just you figured out the little game being played.
But we're going to figure it out. That's the difference. So I need you to put your chin strap on and let's go to work. Let's figure this out.
I'm with you, but it makes no sense. In no circumstance on anything on earth other than the elevator malfunction.
All right, so let's just play this out. On a normal day, he's getting off at 12. He's walking 38 floors. Why is he doing that? I don't know. Maybe he hates the Stairmaster. He wants to do it the old-fashioned way. So he's walking 38 floors. If it's raining, he takes...
Or if somebody else is on the elevator as well.
Right. Then he keeps going.
There's got to be something significant about the 12th floor.
No.
But there isn't?
No.
Is the building completely enclosed?
I would assume. I don't think there's a reason for it not to be.
Okay, well, if he fucking doesn't walk when it's raining, maybe the staircase was outside, Madeline.
Sorry.
Keep up.
The riddles are tearing this podcast up.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get extremely angry with riddles. Like,
is there any other hint?
Any other hint, Mackenzie?
How is 12 not significant? Because
I
keeps getting
feel
off at
like
12.
a hint would give it away.
Yeah, but
the number 12 is not significant.
It's just the number being
him getting off
significantly lower than 50.
Yeah, him getting off at a lower number is what is significant.
Yes.
At that low,
I fear we have given you all we can.
12 in the morning. He goes all the way down in the morning.
Right.
He goes all the way down
to the lobby.
To the lobby. Also,
4-1.
Yeah.
I've got nothing.
12, 13, 14, 15. It doesn't matter.
It is very stupid, but it's just funny.
Wave the white flag if you want. Big T.
It's being waved.
I guess.
So the man is really short and he can't reach the 50 button. But if he has,
get the fuck out of here!
wait.
It's so stupid.
If it's raining, he has an umbrella that he can poke with it.
Oh, fuck you!
And if someone else is in the elevator, they can push it for him.
Oh, give it a rest.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're not dumb because you didn't figure it out.
So
you didn't figure out whoever invented that little fucking brain.
How tall is he? 18 inches?
That would be imperative information. We have a short man. You know what I'm saying? They left that part out.
That's the whole answer. That's the answer.
I never feel inferior when I don't get a riddle. Those shits are stupid.
Who comes
I hate
up
all
with
riddles.
I don't know. They're so dumb.
But at least it gave you something to talk about. And I hope the man that asked this question, I hope your son's okay.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I hope he enjoyed listening to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure people are going to listen. Oh, you guys just figured it out. Fuck you.
You know who would have gotten it?
PFT.
Our fucking guy who can't reach elevator buttons.
You're right. What
That's not fair.
Yeah, I would have showed him because he'd have got that shit with the quickness.
He has, field study?
Yeah. He's recovering from rabies.
He's got experience.
Has he texted back?
No. I think he doesn't know what you guys are saying.
No, he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Unless he does, and he's confused as to how we figured it out.
Touche. Well, that concludes today's Nano. If anybody else got anything else, hate riddles. We'll continue to hate riddles. I'm gonna make a riddle that nobody can get and feel superior to all you motherfuckers.
We should make a riddle.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And see if anyone's able to get it.
I'm extra down. Let's do it. We'll do it next episode. We'll come up with it. If you are in Florida, please be safe. That shit looks real. I think it's like a category 4 right now. So man, really, really hoping everybody come out safe on that one. That shit looks really scary, man. So if you're in Florida, middle, northern, even southern, seek follow whatever they saying to do. I don't know enough about it, but I hope y'all make it out all right, man. So see y'all later.